Well, at one point or another, you may need to call on the expertise of an attorney, especially when it comes to family law, from divorce to trust, from wills to estates. Attorney A. Dean Betts of the Betts Law Firm in Georgetown handles all of it. And recently, he sat down with Brian Spiros to go over some very important information that you need to know about. Take a look at this.
When it comes to finding a good lawyer, experience is key for many people. That's exactly what you'll find at Betts Law Firm in Georgetown. A. Dean Betts Jr., a second-generation lawyer, knows a thing or two about our legal system.
I got into the law basically following in my parents' footsteps. They were both lawyers. They met in law school.
His practice in Georgetown has been providing legal advice to the people of Sussex County for nearly 60 years. His father, Dean Betts Sr., opened the firm back in 1953. A. Dean Betts Jr. was admitted to the Delaware Bar in 1990. He now focuses on family-related legal issues. He sat down with Delmarva Life to discuss some of the various types of cases he deals with on a daily basis. One of them, divorce.
Divorce is probably the most difficult thing that people go through. They've usually spent a lot of emotional capital in the relationship. Financial resources have gone into it, and a lot of time usually as well. And when you take that relationship apart through a divorce, you really have to try to keep those pieces together as much as you can and make the process at least as easy as possible for the client.
Betts says he encourages his clients to communicate and resolve their issues so a judge doesn't have to get involved, but he prepares them for what lies ahead.
I talk to them about the issues that come up in the typical divorce. Those issues can include division of the marital estate or the marital property, who's going to get what, essentially. There could be issues with regard to alimony if a spouse is dependent upon the other spouse for support. And then there's, of course, the highly charged issues of custody of the party's children that can come up as well.
Beyond divorce, Betts also handles estate planning.
I think that people, when they go through a situation where a loved one has passed away and has not done proper planning, it really motivates them to do their own planning.
Betts says any good estate plan has a will, power of attorney, and an advanced health directive. If these documents aren't in place before something happens, it could make things more difficult down the road.
If you plan early and get those out of the way, it'll give you a lot of peace of mind knowing that those pieces are in place for you.
Betts also notes that trusts, which govern how various assets are handled, should also be in place. Basically, the more proactive you are about your future, the easier things will fall into place when a loved one passes away.
Many people really don't understand how complicated the probate process can be. And in addition to that, they're usually still grieving the loss of the loved one, and they are not in a good place to handle those kinds of issues. The lawyer, the Betts Law Firm, can help them through that difficult process and make sure that things are done correctly.
Another type of issue that can impact families is guardianship.
There are two types of guardianships. One type is for children, minor children, who are legally unable to manage their own affairs. Those are handled in family court, and I do handle those as well. There's also adult guardianships, when people become ill or elderly or disabled. Many times they're not able to manage their own affairs, and someone needs to step in and help them with it.
Betts explains a person should step in as a guardian if someone cannot manage their own affairs, and if someone sees a loved one becoming forgetful or suffering from dementia. It's all these legal issues A. Dean Betts Jr. has prided himself in as he guides people through those unexpected moments in life.
I liked the fact that it was family-oriented and that I could help families through some very difficult times in their lives. That was very rewarding to me.
Now, if you'd like some more information on the Betts Law Firm in Georgetown, it's as easy as going to our website, delmarvalife.com, and clicking on the show tab. Now let's find out what's happening in the news with the First at 5 on Fox 21 and later WWOC News at 6 in high definition.